Hey, I'm PJ Glassey here in Seattle at the X Gym. I'm the owner of the X Gym, and today we're going to learn how to clean a rowing machine. So a lot of it is just common sense, and you start with something like 409 or Windex. 409 is great for the painted parts, so essentially you're just kind of spraying it down, wiping it down. And as things get messy and things get wetter, it's important to put on some gloves because that's going to protect your skin. It's also a good idea to be in a well-ventilated area so you're not breathing these fumes, especially with the more heavy-duty cleaners. You want to have nice air movement. And besides, it's a fashion statement, so you want these on while you're cleaning, because other people are going to be so jealous of your awesome shiny blue gloves. And when you're cleaning stuff and dealing with cleaners, it's very important to have the heavy duty gloves. So the little latex gloves, the thin latex gloves, not so much, and it can eat through that. I mean, it can hold up for a little while, but the heavier the duty, the better. So stuff that'll hold up to solvents. And then plus you can reuse them, so you're not using the disposable too much and throwing away a lot of stuff and wasting a lot of stuff. So it's really just about starting out, just wiping stuff down. You can squirt it on the rag, you can squirt it on the machine. Rag is probably better for a lot of the spots because you don't want to get the cleaner on the chain as well. But you're basically just working around the edges and trying to get as many nooks and crannies as you can first of all, and just going over the whole machine that way. Then the second time you go over the machine is really the deep clean. And with the deep clean, you're going to be using stuff like Goof Off or Goo Gone, and you're just squirting it on certain parts. So if stuff doesn't come off with the 409, then you get out the heavy stuff. And a lot of it, you're basically taking like this and just pouring it on there and then letting it soak. So like right here, we used to have a sticker on here, and so there's some residue from that. And this Goo Gone, this Goof Off, is going to be dissolving that. So I'm just going to let it sit there for a while I do something else. And then for the rail itself, the shiny rail, Windex is awesome. Squirt some on there or on the rag, and then you just wiping it down, working it. And then if there's some harder spots, you can use the Goof Off. You can use brake cleaner, which is awesome for chrome metal surfaces because that really breaks it up. And then if there's rust, there's a thing called the Must for Rust. There's a lot of rust prevention and rust cutters out there, but this one is particularly good. It's water-based, it's biodegradable. And so working that in, and with this one you might need to let it sit for a little bit, just a few minutes, try to dissolve it. And then if there's really stubborn parts, you get a copper Brillo pad. The reason copper is great is because it is a soft metal, so it's not going to scratch stuff up. So you start out nice and light and kind of working it, and then harder if you need to, and then just watch your work. Make sure that you're focused and it's not too hard, and watch for scratches, things like that, because especially with this shiny rail here, the stainless rail, it needs to stay smooth for the rollers down there. And then for getting underneath the seat, you got these rollers down here, so you can squirt some cleaner on the rag and then push it on the roller and just kind of gently, slowly roll it back and forth, and that'll clean that roller. So the chain is important because you're going to be lubing this guy and cleaning him as well, and a nice bicycle cleaning kit will work. But once you're done cleaning the chain and lubing it, you want to make sure that you wipe it down nice and dry, because if it's over lubed, then that can spray around and get your rowing machine dirty real fast. So that's how to clean a rowing machine.